Okay, welcome to the Vent Box with Keisha Jackson, season 2. Let it out, get it off your chest. Who's calling?
Hey, it's Pam, honey. It's Pam. I'm back.
Hey, Pam, honey, from last season.
Yes. How you been? I'm good. How have you been?
I'm good, girl. I'm glad to see you still here because a whole bunch of us ain't.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And you know, I got a little something dealing with that. That's part of my vent.
Okay.
I think my concern, you know, like about a year or so ago, we were all in the same boat. 2 years ago, we were all in the same boat. We were all very concerned about contracting this deadly virus. And there was no vaccine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have this vaccine in quotes, and people are getting it, and then others are not. And I think what I've noticed, and you know, this is a country we're supposed to have certain inalienable rights, you know, to decide freedoms and choices, you know, and then we have this God-given free will, you know. So if some people decide to get the vaccine and others decide not to, it should be. I would think it should be okay. Although if people feel strongly on both sides, my thing is this: I feel like the people that are getting the vaccine may make the people that aren't getting the vaccine feel some kind of way. Like, oh, you're not, you know, you're not smart. You know, you tripping, you know, like.
Be still, babe. Be still. Okay.
Oh God.
Keep going.
Going in and out.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so my concern is it possible for us to, you know, be respectful of everybody's own personal rights to just, you know, live their life the way they choose to live their life, you know, particularly when it comes to this vaccine. We've done it in so many other areas, you know, in same-sex marriages and just a lot of different things where people get to decide and choose to live their life, and people respect that. But now we got these threats and our mandates. And people are losing their jobs where they've gone to school for many years to get, you know, these skills and stuff. And because they feel a certain way about how this thing is rolled out and how things are happening, they don't have peace about it. But they're made to feel a certain way, and then they're losing their livelihood. So it's like they're being villain. You know, they're making people feel like villains and not worthy of life or whatever. So. You know, I'm feeling some kind of way about this. I don't think that's cool. You know what I mean? And I don't see it as often going the opposite way, where people that, you know, aren't vaccinated are giving the people that got vaccinated a hard time. It's like, okay, if that's what you choose to do, cool, we can respect that. But I'm seeing it the other way, like really hard, like they're really pressing people and making people feel a certain way. And that bothers me. I don't think that's cool.
Rightfully so. And it should bother you, because a lot of this stuff is gaslighting. A lot of it is, you know, and it's all very polarizing. But it's funny that you bring this up today, because I had this conversation with someone like 3 days ago, someone in my family. And he said exactly the same thing. He said what he's seeing is the vaccinated are making the unvaccinated seem like they're stupid or they're whatever. They're just judging them very harshly. Right. And so, and I'm going to say to you what I said to them. I see both sides of it, like literally equally. I see some days I wake up and I see the unvaccinated dogging out the vaccinated so hard. Like, y'all are sheeple and y'all are this and y'all are that. Y'all go ahead and get ready, because y'all gonna die and when you drop dead in a couple of years. And it's I see all of it. And I think that comes from the bubble that you're in. Okay. And the algorithms that you choose. So if you tend to follow YouTube videos or click or like or view certain videos, that's the stuff that's going to come to you consistently. And so it's kind of like when you look at like when the presidential race was happening, right? You had Democrats, you had Republicans. I mean, you still got that, but just for example, Democrats, you had Republicans. And all I saw was news articles talking about what an idiot 45 was. Everything was like, oh, look what he done did, look what he done did. but then and all pro Biden but I did not see as much. I didn't see anything come through my news feed about thank you, Mr. President, you're doing so great. Them stupid Democrats, like I didn't get any of that. And so what you get on social media and really just on your phone, because your phone sends you the stuff that you want to see. You get the news articles that you're likely to click on. You know what I'm saying? So there's no sense in sending clickbait if this is not something that you might not even click on. So even that with like my news feed for like what comes up through CNN and what comes, I tend to get both because I click on both.
Okay, I got you.
Because I want to see what y'all talking about over there. For me, it's about knowing what you're dealing with. On both sides. Like, I see all, because I really keep an eye on the other side. And the other side is just the other side of my beliefs on depending upon whatever it is that I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, I see it on both sides. And I think all of it's really messed up. I think the difference between this and the other examples that you gave with, with being able to freely express your sexuality and that, I see crazy shit then. Like, for example, if you look at the Dave Chappelle thing that just came out, the LGBTQ community is going off on him.
Oh God, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's not no clean, that might not be the best example of freedom and, we can. Right. It's just that you don't really see that because you're not really in that much. You know what I'm saying? You might know people that follow Dave Chappelle. And so that's why you heard it. But the LGBTQ community, they seeing that every day. You see Dave Chappelle, cancel Dave Chappelle, So it's kind of like that. So it's really, I feel like everything these days is so polarizing. I think some of it is because if you don't mind me asking, like, how old are you? Like, or give me a roundabout if you don't want to say.
Girl, honey, I just kicked in 50. I just
welcome to the club. Yeah. So when we grew up, everything wasn't so politically correct, and you kind of had to find your way and figure your way and kind of literally fight your way through shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no activism and ain't no, hashtags and you do something and then suddenly somebody's canceled. We watched the All in the Family. Yeah. Where the Indians would go out like it was nothing, but then Jeffersons came along and Crocker was thrown out like it was nothing. So it's kind of like we have a tougher skin than the generations beyond us. You know what I'm saying? And they're kind of like, okay, we fed up with this. I'm like, but the fight part, they fight on the keyboards. Right. They don't fight like we fought. Like, you know what I'm saying? We fought like we might pull up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody might pull up. Somebody might. I mean, that's how that went. But back to the politics and I think everything these days is very polarizing. And I think when it comes to the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, trust me when I tell you, it's happening on both sides. I think the difference with this is that an unvaccinated person, according to, health professionals, health experts, because it's viral, the unvaccinated has a direct effect on the let me just say this. Everybody in the population potentially has an effect on everybody else.
Got you.
So what happens is when you're unvaccinated, because you're less likely to get it, you're less likely to transmit it. Of course you can get it, but the unvaccinated, the problem that I have with the unvaccinated is not that you're unvaccinated. I have a problem with, because I'll go everywhere with my mask. Right. The problem with the unvaccinated who don't wear masks either.
I agree with you.
That's the problem with me. And sometimes that's one and the same. I always wear my mask. So I'm still like it was 12 months ago. I'm in the grocery store and you pulling up a little bit too close to me. Like, I need you to move. And I'm respecting your space. So sometimes I got two things, but I'll get a cart just to keep it between me
and the next person, right?
And the next person. And if somebody behind me is getting too close, I'll walk in front of the cart and pull the cart.
Right.
That distance.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people are just disillusioned into believing that, like, oh, well, everything is open, so I'm gonna have my fun. I want to live my life, but it's still out here.
It is.
It's still out here, and it's funny that you mentioned this, because the person that asked me, that said he felt the same way that you did about vaccinated people keep getting on and on. This person is not vaccinated, and this person just got over COVID. But this person also be like, oh, with the mask, I can't breathe. I can't. I'm like, make up your mind. What you gonna do? Because you're making me feel like, is you a Trump supporter? Is you a, you know what I'm saying? And they're not all one and the same, but when you look at the bubbles, it's like, I feel like that's a Republican Trump supporting thing.
Right.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not. But that's the side that I see that's completely contradicting themselves on one hand, and then the other hand, you know what I'm saying? So and when it comes to freedoms, it's like, realistically speaking, like, okay, when we grew up with vaccines, right?
Yeah, we did.
And that wasn't our choice, because our parents was like, you got to go take this shot.
Get the vaccine, gotta get shot.
Or for me, it was in school, like third period. Yeah. We got to line up along the wall for the nurse's office. And we all got to go during third period. We already knew on the 15th, we're going down to the nurse's office on the third period. We already knew that was going to happen. And so that was kind of like nothing to be, we weren't concerned about it.
We weren't afraid.
And our parents weren't afraid, because there was no such thing back then of exemption. Now it's like, we've been able to say, well, my religious beliefs, and so we've been kind of like, I'm not going to do this. You know what I'm saying? And for me, when I started seeing studies for autism and stuff like that, I was very leery of getting my kids vaccinated to go to school. My religious beliefs. And when it worked, it made me like, okay, good. And I think what's happened is that we've been in that space so long that we forgot about the space prior. And we're like, these are my rights, da-da-da-da-da. But I mean, as Black people, we got to realize, wait a minute, we can't really, I'm not going to say we can't, because we can do whatever we want. But when we're talking about like our rights in the United States, we have the right to. We absolutely do. But they don't see it like that. They don't see it like that, because the rights wasn't written for us anyway.
In the first place. All right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, I'm exercising my rights, but I think that we have to keep in mind that, that's what's on paper, but that wasn't meant for us anyway. Number one, I'm gonna exercise, but if you want to talk about being respectful, then wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Right. I absolutely agree with you on that, for sure.
Don't give me no shit, and I don't want your virus if you got it. And if you don't got it, just wear your mask, because it makes your fellow person more comfortable. It makes me more comfortable. You know what I mean? Now, if you go into a club where ain't nobody wearing no mask, and that's on you. But if you're around me, like to this day, you can't come to my house. Don't come to my house, and you're not immediate. When I say immediate family, I mean mama, I mean kid. That's it. Don't come to my house, because to say, oh, it's cool, I'm vaccinated. Because I see people saying that shit too. I'm vaccinated. No, don't worry about me. I'm vaccinated. I'm like, that ain't got shit to do with shit.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
That don't mean nothing. So it's like, be respectful. And whether you're vaccinated or not, you don't have to tell me that you're vaccinated. If you're going to be around me in my space, you're going to have to wear a mask so that I feel more comfortable. So when we look at respect, it's got to go both ways. Like, to disrespect people saying that, you're a sheep because you getting vaccinated, or you stupid
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You putting everybody in danger because, you selfish and all of it's wrong. All of it's wrong. But if it's about respect, wear the mask. To make everybody feel comfortable. Then it doesn't even have to be a vaccinated conversation. I wish, to be honest with you, I said this to my son the other day. I wish people would go back to, how when we were young, it was like, one thing you don't talk about is religion and politics.
There you go. I got you. Right.
Now, and vaccination. Add vaccination to it. Let's go back to that. But in order to do that, there has to be a level of basic respect for people. That's it. And I feel like everybody wants to be a know-it-all. Everybody wants to act like they. You could take that. And I did my research, and the research be YouTube and and TikTok and shit. But it's like, okay, whatever. Can you put your damn mask on though for me, please? Right, for real. That's it. That's it. So I get it. I get it. I get it. But if you out here willy-nilly with no mask, talking about I don't believe in no vaccine, I don't believe in no mask. Hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah, all the H word. Get your ass out of here. Yeah, right. That's it. I appreciate that. It's like it's true, but stay safe out here.
I definitely will. And like you said, we all just need to have respect for each other. Just respect each other and keep each other safe. Wear your mask, regardless of if it's vaccinated or not vaccinated. Wear your mask.
That's it. That's it. Or just keep some distance. You know what I'm saying? Like.
How about both?
Or both, exactly. But I think what it is that people don't even read the room. Like I pay attention to my space around me. Like I can feel when somebody's standing too close to me, and that was pre-COVID. I don't like people.
Yeah, right.
Get away. Right. You know what I mean? But I think people don't read the room. People are selfish. And I think that we're starting to really see like how bad it is, like how self-centered, and I don't care, long as I don't get it, Right. I got it, but I'm asymptomatic, so I'm still going to the club. Like,
oh, good. Right.
What?
But, oh, God, they're a mess. Oh, my God.
It is a mess. It is.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. But I understand. I appreciate that because I just it's so much craziness going on in the world, and we really we can't afford to keep just pounding on each other and dogging each other out about stuff that ultimately it's
you ain't got no control over what the next man do anyway. So why are you going off on Facebook and calling people names, and calling them out and making people feel uncomfortable? It's just disrespectful. At the end of the day, you ain't gonna be able. Whatever it will be.
Gonna be.
Just do your best to keep yourself and your family safe.
Exactly.
And follow your heart for what you believe, and that's it. Like leave the next man alone, man.
Right.
Leave the next man alone. That's
and
it.
wear your mask.
And wear your damn mask, please.
Please.
I appreciate you, Pam, honey.
Honey, thank you.
Thank you, boo, for calling me back. I love talking to you, girl.
Oh, we gonna do this more often for real.
Yeah, because we just need to chat it up about whatever.
Exactly. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Okay. Okay, honey. Well, have a good day.
You too, love. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.